good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junkie.
Dima, come on, music. So guys, I have been quite busy these days, but not too busy enough to check my Facebook. And Brother Okafor tagged me just a few moments ago to let me know what was going on in the celebrity world. And he writes this: Day music! O'Shea Jackson, you gotta check this quick video about Lizzo out. And the following comments. So obviously I went over there and I saw that it is Kathy Hilton, Kathy Hilton, who's a part of the, Hilton brand, big time socialite, stuff like that. Beverly Hills star Kathy Hilton and things like that. You guys know who she is. Well, anyways, she came on a episode of Watch What Happens Live when she was showed a picture of Lizzo. And, obviously, Kathy Hilton is 63, so she's not really so into the generation. So she wanted to, people wanted to know if she could recognize Lizzo. Well, let's see what she said, right? Play that clip.
I feel like I do. Precious?
No, that's not.
I don't know her.
That is Lizzo.
She is precious, though. Lizzo's precious.
That's like what I call her.
Lizzo is
her
precious.
nickname's precious to me.
Yes. No, Lizzo is precious.
Okay, will Kathy know this man?
Well, all right, guys. You have seen that. So now, that was met with a lot of people upset on Instagram. Maybe we can show you some of the people on the reels upset. You see a lot of people saying like, not funny at all, not funny. And those are two symbols in the black in the back. Lizzo is precious to me. Go ahead, ma'am. No. PR apology coming. Didn't laugh. So in other words, people are very upset because they feel that there is definitely an undertone of racism. They were upset that the black men in the background were laughing. And let me just say this. They're right. They're right. It is definitely what I would consider an undertone of racism. Again, calling Lizzo precious. It might be funny to some, but for many people it is not, right? And I can understand how they feel, especially being an African American. If if Lizzo was white, would that be said about a white person? No, they wouldn't appreciate that. So I get it. I understand why people are upset, and they're right to be upset because Kathy Hilton does owe Lizzo an apology. But now here's what I want to talk about, and this is a tough conversation to have, especially with the black community. When you are going around here sexualizing yourself as a young woman, and you put that energy out there. Now, again, she says she doesn't know who Lizzo is, right? But I want to talk about this. You teach people how to treat you. Because if Lizzo was not acting as she did on the internet and she didn't know she was, that's one thing. Clearly, Kathy Hilton, if she doesn't know who Lizzo is, completely racist. But here's what I want to talk about. This is why stereotypes matter. You're always going to have people like Kathy Hilton who are going to confuse black people with somebody else. Got it. But now, if you go out there and you live up to the stereotypes that racist people say that you are, and if you get mad, if they confuse you with somebody else, we gotta look at that. Okay? We gotta look at that, guys. That is important fundamentally. And we don't want to talk about these things. We have a problem when people bring that to our attention. But at the same time, if you don't want people to be racist towards you, your behavior has to be such that you, as a black woman, have basically you're living a clean life. You're not on the toilet, posing naked. You're not, on there twerking. You're not doing all of these things that will fill in those racial undertones, because the way that Lizzo acts on social media, she does that. And I know that could be a completely different argument because Kathy Hilton is completely wrong. But at the same time, if we don't like these racist undertone messages, we got to stay away from racist undertone stereotypes. And Kathy Hilton is wrong because she doesn't know Lizzo. She's just saying every overweight person or a BBW person or obese person looks the same. That's what she's saying. Can't help that. But now if she's seen Lizzo behaving out there like that, and you see how the white people were in the background, they were laughing. What does that tell you? They think it's funny. Saw black men in the background. They were laughing. They think it's funny. Want to know why I think it's funny? Because they don't take Lizzo serious. Because of how Lizzo acts. And people don't have to like you. But in life, people got to take you serious. We got to stop as a people of color wanting people to take us serious if we are not behaving in a manner that requires serious reactions. And when you look at Lizzo, it's clear people could not take her serious. Now we want to be mad about that. We want to be upset about that, but we got to look at that too, because racism is going to be there, but we have to act out with our behavior. So when we want to check people, we get them right there. Kathy Hilton is a rich, elite white woman. Her kids are Paris Hilton. Her husband is super rich. He's an American businessman. He is super wealthy. He's worth a lot of money. Do you think she can apologize? Do you think that she's going to basically be hurt from that? Do you think so? Because her life and your lifestyle ain't gonna matter. Let's be real. She is a privileged white woman. Nothing's gonna happen to her. Okay? Nothing. His father was rich. Okay? So the thing is that she'll apologize, nothing's gonna happen to her. What about you? When you're approaching for a job every day and somebody looks at you like you might behave like Lizzo, you might get passed up on the job. When you go into the business world, you might get passed up. And it won't even be your fault because of the behavior of other people is hurting you. Okay? This is why as blacks, we got to really take it into serious consideration what our image is. Kevin Simmons always talked about the black man image. But I want to say this for black women out there who I know, and I always talk about that. I went to medical school with black women. I went to undergraduate school with black women, many of which have worked hard to look and act like they want to be accepted in public, so that when people say things about them, they have, here we go, we can confront it. With somebody like Lizzo, where those racist undertones or stereotypes, you can look at what she does on Instagram and be like, oh, okay, let me say something like that then, right? Some of that still needs to be our part as far as fighting the civil rights. Kathy Hilton was completely out of line. If she didn't know who she was, she should say, I don't know. But to say Precious, oh, so she's a big black woman, they all look the same, it's out of line. But then what's gonna happen is people gonna say, well, look how she acts. That's why everybody's laughing, she ain't got no defense. And guess what? It's hard to defend her. Based on her behavior online, people are gonna say that. We need to give people a reason why they can't do that. Because when you're in the wrong, we need to be able to say, no. That like for example, let's say a class act like who's Angie Stone, okay? Angie Stone never has no drama, never. You come talking about Angie Stone, we can jump on you immediately. But don't you talk about Angie Stone. She always carries herself like a lady. Boom, there you go. But with Lizzo, people laugh because they don't take her serious, and it's sad. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell, check out the first comment at the top, and as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.